It's Battlebox time. This time it's mission 42, the tracking box. That's what's coming up next here on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose, your home for information and gear reviews related to camping, survival, and general preparedness for regular folks. My name's Brian. Thanks for joining me. So, by the way, if you can hear some drumming in the background, that is my 18-year-old son with a broken arm, by the way, practicing his drumming for church. So, anyway, the folks at Battlebox, once again this month, were kind enough to send me one of their boxes so I can show it to you. I'm not going to ramble a lot. I'm going to do something a little different on this video. I'm trying not to rush my words, but I'm going to try to do a one-take video because I'm pushing up against a time clock here, and I don't have a whole lot of time to make videos this week. So, I'm going to try to do this quickly, so I won't ramble very much, but probably a little. I can't help myself. So if you're not familiar with Battlebox, it is a subscription box. You pay a certain amount every month at different levels. They have different levels. Each level, each increasing level, you pay a little more money and get a little more stuff. Each month's box is centered around a certain theme. This month it is the tracking box. My goal, in doing these reviews, is to go out on the internet and see what you can get the stuff that's in here for street prices, so to speak, so you can make an informed decision as to whether or not you think the value's there, or if you like the stuff, or if it's stuff you would need. Or I just try to do as much as I can to help you make an informed decision about whether or not this is something you want to spend your money on. If you do decide to explore it further, there's a link in the description below where you can save 10%. So there's that. Let me take you down to the old stump top now. We may do one little take here, one little cut edit, and show you what's in it. This month's battle box, mission 42, the tracking box. Okay, here is the tracking box this month, and as you can see inside, there's always a card that tells you what is in it at each of the levels, and kind of some descriptive stuff on back to tell you about each of the items. And then what you won't see in your box is my little list where I go out on the street, on the old internet actually, and try to check prices and see how much you can buy this stuff for on your own. So we're gonna move this out of the way now and start going over this stuff and try to keep this as coherent and with as little rambling as possible. So the first item in the box is a SAS tracking handbook. And this goes over both military tracking and wildlife tracking. This is by Barry Davies, who is an SAS veteran, and he was the winner of the some kind of British Empire medal. So pretty cool. He's written several books. The guy knows what he's talking about. And one of the importances of tracking, I think, is if you're a hunter, you know, sometimes you may need to track your game to find it. If you didn't have a quick kill, you may need to track it to harvest it, to get it. You know, I know a lot of people that bow hunt, and I don't bow hunt, but I know a lot of people that do. You know, they have to spend some time and learn about tracking their game, because once it's shot, they have to track it. So anyway, they're giving this a $12.99 value. I found it on Amazon for $14.93, so not too bad there. The next item on the list is from folks at UST. I've reviewed some of their stuff before. It's pretty good. But it's animal tracking, learn and live cards. And these are just little cards with descriptions and photos of different animals and different tracks on them. Some pretty basic stuff. They're giving us a $3.99 value. I found these for $5.85 on Amazon. So there's that. Next item is an Animal Tracks casting kit, and it's pretty cool. You can make casts to teach your kids or teach other people what tracks look like, or just so you can study them. And basically, what this is just a little plaster of Paris, and it has just a little guide to some different tracks in here. A lot of different tracks in here, and a little plastic form that you put around the track, and you fill it up. So this is going to be for smaller tracks, obviously, but it's a good way to help, you know, to work with your kids and help them and teach them to learn about tracking. It's just a fun family kind of thing to do too. So they're giving this a $9.50 value. I couldn't find this particular brand anywhere. I found tracking and casting kits from anywhere from $7-8 up to $20. So, but we're going to go with their $9.50 value there. So there's that. The next item is something I think is really cool. It's from the folks at Wazoo Survival Gear, and it's a Wazoo tracking field kit bandana. And what's really cool about this is it has like a slap bracelet ruler on it that you can just wear, you know, on your wrist like so, and it's camouflaged, so it's not going to poke out and stick out, you know, catch attention or anything. But sometimes when you're measuring, trying to determine what tracks are what, it's good to be able to measure them. It's good to have a ruler there, which is pretty. I think it's pretty cool. So got that, and then it's got this bandana here, which is also really cool because it has 21 different tracks, and they are to scale, so they are life size, and just anywhere from here's a mountain lion. So obviously they're not going to be, depending upon the size of the critter is what size they're going to be, but it's just pretty neat. You got something you can really compare and look at if you're trying to identify animal tracks, and they're not like little pictures that you got to worry about. You can kind of gauge sizes because some of them look a lot alike to me. So it kind of helps you with a size. Like here's a coyote, which looks a pretty good bit like a domestic cat if you're not, if you don't know what you're doing, or maybe even a bobcat. So there you go. There's the Wazoo survival gear and bandana, and it's also again it's a bandana, so which that's pretty cool too, because bandanas are very useful items to have in the field or pretty much anywhere. And let me just spread this out here so we can kind of see what we got, because I will make a screenshot of this wonderful stump in a minute, and that'll be my thumbnail for the video. So little insight into the way things work there. So there's Wazoo, whatever. I don't know which way the Wazoo is supposed to be, but we got that. And then I'll put the strap bracelet here too. So there's that, and it's got a little card here that tells you a little bit about who the experts were and how they came up with the design. And finally, the last thing on the basic kit is something I think is really, really cool. It's these set of fire tacks, 12 marking tacks, which you can mark your trail. These are really good if you're tracking to find your way out, or if you're trying to mark sign, maybe where you can come back and check it later, or actually just good for if you're trying to go in and out somewhere you don't want to get lost. And they're just very reflective. You can see kind of maintain reflectivity or whatever at night, even when they're wet. So that's pretty cool. You can shine a light at them and you'll be able to see them. And those, you stick them in trees or whatever, and they're little pins. They're not going to hurt anything. So they're $4.50 is what they're giving this. I came up with $4.99 on their website. So there's that. That's everything in the basic kit. And the cost of $24.99 for the basic kit, by the way. They're coming up with a $44.98 value. I came up with $49.27 street price value, so not bad there. The next level is the advanced level. It's $49.99 a month plus shipping, and it's advanced level. You get everything here in the basic level plus some more stuff. This month the more stuff is, first of all, one of the items is a Barska. This one is a 8 by 21 binoculars, and let me see if I can get these things open. Pretty nice little set of very compact binoculars. They come in this nice little, oh, there's a cleaning cloth. Got a little cleaning cloth with them. They come in this nice little pouch here with a belt loop on it, and some just really, string lanyard, I guess, or strap that you can hang around your neck, and just a nice little 8 by 21 pair of binoculars. They're giving this a $14.99 value. I actually found these on Amazon for $19.97, so not a bad value there. They're certainly not Leopold or high-end binoculars, but they'll definitely help get the job done. So that's that. And then the other item on the advanced kit is a BattleTac marking tape dispenser. And this is pretty cool if you're trying to track game, you're trying to mark your trail, or for a lot of different reasons. Even if maybe you're a surveyor, this is a belt-mounted or MOLLE-mounted tape dispenser that carries 2 rolls of tape, this little plastic flagging tape, and you just pull it out, tear off what you need, and tie it on the limb or twig or whatever. And this helps you to locate. It's very bright, it's easy to see. They're giving this one, by the way, a $19.99 value. I couldn't find anything exactly like this on the internet. This is a Battlebox brand, BattleTac is. But I did find, I found a single one that was about like this. It had a reflective thing on it. It was like $30, and I found two singles that are discontinued for $7 each. So we're just going to call this one $14 since it's a double. I think that's a fair compromise. So that brings their stated value for the advanced kit, which by the way again is $49.99, to $79.96. I came up with $83.24. The next level of Battlebox is the pro level. Is $99.99 a month, and it's everything that's in the other levels plus some more stuff. Again, this month's more stuff. The first thing is pretty stinking cool in my opinion. When I first saw this, I thought, seriously, it's just a little headlamp. This is a Nightshade 520 HL tracking headlamp. And they're giving this a $44.95 value, which is why I thought, man, I've seen these things for like 20 bucks, 10 bucks. But I was a little hasty because this thing is really cool. It's got different light colors. The first light color is, when you push it one time, is cyan, which is, you can see is green. And the cool thing about that is it's the most optimal light spectrum for the human eye, but most game animals don't. They don't see it very well. It doesn't attract their attention. So if you're tracking at night or you're trying to find game, this is a good light to use. You push it again, it's got a little small white light just for using whatever you need to use a white light for. You push it again, it's got a little red light, which, as you probably know, will help maintain your night vision. By the way, so does the green, so does the cyan. Cyan is not harmful to night vision nearly as much as white light. And then if you push it again, it comes up all three, kind of just a broad spectrum to help you see maybe contrast better and stuff at night. It's also got a, you can double click it, and it's got a alternating strobe beacon, red and white. And then if you triple click it, it's got a strobe that does everything. So there's that. And again, they're giving this a $44.95 value. Only place I found it was on their website for $49.99. So that's pretty cool. And then they also, in the kit, they also, Battlebox also provided with 4 of these AAA batteries, because this takes 3. And so there's that. So that's that's everything in the Pro kit. And I'm sorry, that's not everything. There's another item in the Pro kit, and it's the Survival First US tracking kit. And what this is it's a little, kind of a molded pouch that contains several different items. It's got some flagging tape in here, which is good to have. It's got a little measuring tape so you can measure tracks or whatever, and then it locks out, and it's got an auto retrieve on it. And it's got a little compass, which is always good to have a compass. This one seems to be pointing in the right direction, so that's good. It has a couple of, what is this, like 7 little flags with wire flags, so you can mark a trail, and you can really see that really well. It's got a little all-weather notebook, a pen that you can write. It's like a little, I'm sure this looks like a little Sharpie. Let's see. Yeah, a little Sharpie style pen that you can make notes with and keep track of them, draw maps or whatever you need to draw for your tracking. And then a little survival plastic signal mirror type thing. I don't know how well this works as a signal mirror. I don't really have a lot of confidence in these plastic mirrors or acrylic mirrors for signal, but you can certainly get splinters out of your eyes and see what you need to see. And they can't hurt, right? And then it also comes with a little flashlight. Got to say that I put the 4th battery in here, and now it's working. It wasn't working for me a minute ago. Now I'm pushing the button, so I think it only seems to be working periodically. This is a little no-name brand flashlight, so I think that the folks at Survival First probably could do a little better job of sourcing their flashlight. But there's that. So we'll just zip that back up here. They're giving, I'm dropping everything off my handy dandy little stump top here. They're giving this Battlebox is giving this a value of $24.95. Quite honestly, I couldn't find this anywhere on their website, so I think this is something they just created for Battlebox. So I'm giving it a $20 value because the flashlight's crappy. So we'll go with that, and I think that's a reasonable compromise, which brings the value, the total stated value for the Pro kit to $149.86. Again, it's a cost of $99.99. I came up with $153.23 even after dinging $5 off of that. So the final and most expensive level of subscription is the Pro Plus, or the Knife of the Month Club. And every month that includes some sort of tool or knife. This month I think is really, really, really cool. I like it a lot. It's the Tops Tom Brown Tracker 4, a mini tracker, and pretty cool. I gotta say, that is like really stinking cool. This could be the coolest neck knife I've ever had, ever seen. I mean, it's Tops quality, first class, nothing second about it. A Kydex sheath with an adjustable clip on it, so you can carry it in several different ways. But you can carry it, as they say, tracker style, I think this is just a really, really cool little knife. $10.95, individually serial numbered, made in the USA. By Tops, who I like Tops, so they're giving this a $120 value. I found it on Amazon for $114.95, so not too far off there. That brings the total stated value for the Pro Plus, which is again is $149.99 per month, to $269.86. I came up with $268.18, so really, really close. So there you go. That's the Battlbox Mission 42 tracking box. Okay, so just to wrap this up, in the past several months, there's been, I think, some really, really good battle boxes, and a couple that maybe didn't get the greatest rave reviews from the viewers of my videos anyway. Last month I thought was a really cool box, but as far as value goes, as I said, it was kind of, there was a lot of novelty type stuff in there that was really cool, but it may not have had the value that was assigned to it. But it was also supported a really good organization that helps veterans. So, you got to take that into account. And the way I look at this, you got to take the entire, if you're going to subscribe to something for a long period of time or a certain period of time, then you got to take the good with the bad, so to speak, and maybe every single time it's not going to be something you like. Maybe none of the times are something you like. I'm not saying this is for you. It may or may not be. It's certainly not for everybody. But I do think that Battlbox does a really good job of sourcing some quality gear, and a pretty good job of putting together some really good themes. I think this month the theme was really good. Something I really like about this month was there's not a lot of redundancy. Maybe the Survival First kit is a little bit redundant, but it's got some stuff the rest of the stuff doesn't have in it. But at each level, it's not like you're repeating what's in the lower levels, which I think is really cool. I got to say, I'll give you a couple of my quick favorites and we'll wrap this up. 3 of my quick favorites, okay? First of all, I really like this headlamp. I like the cyan. I'm not seeing too many green or cyan headlamps. I've known for a little while that, just do some research, that green was a really good color for preserving your night vision and for enhancing your ability to see at night. I didn't know that it wasn't really as visible by prey animals, but that's good to know. I really like the Wazoo Survival bandana. I think the fact that the prints are pretty much life-size to scale is really a benefit over a lot of other little books and stuff you can get. And plus it's a bandana, so you can use it for a lot of stuff. It's not like you're carrying an extra weight. You can actually use the bandana for a bandana. And then I like these little trail markers. I think this would be a great thing to do if you're camping off trail somewhere and you just want to mark your way in and out at night, because you don't want to get lost, especially with a bunch of Boy Scouts. But finally, I gotta say, the Tracker Mini, that to me is the creme de la creme, the pieza de resistance. Is that how you say that? I don't know. It's the icing on the cake. It's the cherry on the milkshake. It is really cool, and this is probably one of the coolest knives that I've seen in a battle box. Now this is the Pro Plus level, so it's $150 a month, But if you had purchased this box, just think about this. This knife's $115 on Amazon, and you would have paid $150. So you'd got all this other stuff for $35. So that's kind of the appeal and attraction of some of these boxes, I think. And Battlbox, I think, is one of the premier outdoor boxes, so if not the premier outdoor box. So anyway, I'll stop rambling. Again, this may or may not be for you. I'm not saying it is. My goal in making this video is just to show you as thoroughly as possible what's in the box, and to maybe what you could buy this stuff for individually out on the free world, so to speak, in the street, so you can make an informed decision about whether or not it's something you want to spend your money on. It's really what I try to do in all my gear reviews, is just try to show what I would want to see to make a decision about whether or not it's something I want to buy. So hopefully this has been helpful. As always, thanks to the folks at Battlbox for sending me this and every other month's box so I can show them to you. And as always, thank you for watching Survival on Purpose. I put out a brand new video every Friday and every Saturday, and random videos sometimes throughout the week. You can check out another video by clicking right here. If you're not subscribed, please click down in the corner right there. And if you don't want to miss any of my videos, just ring that little bell, that little notification bell, so you can get notified whenever I put out a new one, because YouTube won't notify you otherwise. Once again, my name's Brian. You're watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident. So be prepared. I'll see you next time.